everybody. It's Rabbi Dovid Zirkind from the Riverdale Jewish Center. And tonight we have our final installment of the RJC's 8 at 8 celebrating Hanukkah and getting to know our members in a unique fashion while we navigate the challenges of the COVID pandemic and celebrating Hanukkah and living through this winter together. My last guest for the series is the youngest guest to participate, Noah Spear. Noah, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Okay, it's really amazing to have you here. I'm very excited about all the questions that I want to ask you. But before we get into some of the nitty-gritty, let's do some of the basics. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, how old you are, where you go to high school? And I know you've been at the RJC for your whole life. So what are your earliest memories of the RJC?
Yeah, so I'm 15. I go to MTA. I'm in 10th grade. Earliest memories of the RJC, probably just waking up on Shabbos, going to shul, going to groups, not wanting to go to groups, wanting to go to groups, depending on the week. Going to kinderminyan, all the basic good parts.
Before we started the recording, you were telling me about your first lollipop at groups. Do you remember it?
Right. It was a greenish dum-dum, and I was not happy to be at groups that day, so I was privileged enough to get a dum-dum.
For all the parents out there that are watching this video and struggling to drop off their kids at groups, well, at least before COVID, look how great Noah turned out. It all started with a dum-dum at the RJC, so I think there's a lot to be excited about.
And you come to my group and don't want to be there, maybe I could try to get you a dum-dum.
Oh, which group do you run? Were you running?
Last year I was running second and third grade boys, but this year I got bumped up to boys junior Kong.
So boys junior Kong, when COVID is over, Noah Spear will be dishing out the lollipops. Let's make sure to get our kids there. It will be a seamless drop-off. That's the guarantee, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. Okay, amazing. I was going to ask you when I wrote this question, I know you're back in school now, but what was it like during quarantine? And here we are doing the interview on a snow day. So you've had a lot of on days and off days. You've been in and out of school now for more than half a year. So how do you think the quarantine days have gone, and how have you handled that school time at home?
Obviously, in the beginning, it was adjustment. The snow day now is nice. Beautiful outside. But after a little bit, got towards the end of last year, got used to it. Now we're in person on Zoom. Depending on the day, I wake up, check my email, see where if I'm going to school that morning or not. But make it work. It's not at this point. It's not too complicated. But yeah,
my feeling is you could one of the lessons from COVID is you can adjust to learn how to do anything. Right. Learn the fact that we can do this is pretty unbelievable, right?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Okay, this is my favorite question of all 8 for sure. Your father, some people know, is the president of our shul.
Right.
What people may not remember from before COVID is that your mother is the head of our Kiddush committee, or what used to be our Kiddush committee.
It's true.
Which job do you think is harder?
Oh, easy, without a doubt, the Kiddush.
No Why do you think that is?
Hardest job out there.
Hardest job out there is the handling the RJC Kiddush.
Probably hardest one in the whole shul.
So happy Hanukkah, and a big shout out, round of applause for Rabbi Spear. Mark Spear is coming up a close second, because being president of the shul is not too easy.
Maybe top 5.
Top 5 in the shul? Okay, he's been rated. It's official. That's that. There you have it. You heard it here first. 8 at 8 at the RJC. You heard it here first. When I leave shul, sometimes on Friday nights, or if I visit the team minyan, there's a lot of conversation about basketball. I think the boys know that I'm a huge basketball fan, and the topic of debate, all the sports shows are always debating constantly, Jordan or LeBron, who's the GOAT? So do you want to weigh in on it? I have my opinions.
So first of all, our team minyan's been booming. We're Ozzy fine. We got huge team minyan going now.
Shout out to Ozzy. Great job during COVID. 100%.
Better than ever. But Yeah, so I don't have enough knowledge of the topic to give a full answer, but LeBron's on a good path, but so far I think Michael Jordan is in the lead.
Well, there you go. That's
But you could
a
talk
good
to
traditional answer. I feel like it dates me as I'm like an old guy. Like, no, it's not like it used to be. They used to play
right,
defense. It's a totally different league.
right.
So,
But if you want a more in-depth answer, more insight, you could talk to some other guys at Team Union.
okay, maybe we'll have to do a panel discussion on the
Yeah,
GOAT debate. I think that the membership really needs to know what our kids think about this very important
it's
subject.
true. They
Really
got to make sure everyone knows what's up.
That's right. Okay. Question number 7. I'm sure your family is very proud of the fact that for some reason you actually agreed to do this interview with me. Did you tell them we were doing this, by the way?
Nah,
Oh, this is going to be a great surprise for them. So
yeah.
this is their Hanukkah present. It's not too late. Hanukkah's not over yet. If you could have one Hanukkah present this year, what would it be?
I don't have a good answer for that.
Did you get good presents already?
Yeah, got some good stuff, some nice stuff. We're having a good time. Everyone's home today, snow day.
They
So
can't hear
that's
us,
nice.
no, can they?
Honestly, I don't know. It's possible.
Yeah, you have to know during COVID who can hear
Yeah,
and
you
who
never
can
know.
hear in, and
I'll
background
be
noise is really important.
I'll be in class, and then someone will just walk in and be like, "Oh, you're in class."
Yeah, I've been teaching and kids sneak in. My kids sneak in on my Mishnah class in the mornings when they're home from school also.
Right.
I started locking the door, but they know how to pick all the locks, so it doesn't get me too far. It
It's a
gets me
good
an
skill
extra
to
5
have.
seconds. It is an essential skill, no question about it. Okay, last question, then I'm going to let you go back to school or whatever you're doing on this snow day. So when things go back to normal, we're looking forward to getting a lot of those normal things back, but there'll probably be some things from our COVID experience that we will miss. So do you think there's anything from the COVID era that you might miss when the pandemic is over?
Yeah, probably a couple of things. First of all, just having like day off randomly is sometimes nice. Not always the best, but a lot of times it's enjoyable. Also, it's a lot of like excitement, even though it's all bad and everyone should get better and everything, but there's a lot of like action going. So
Yeah, it's
when
definitely
things
been an
slow
exciting
down,
time.
I know most people won't miss it, but sometimes you might miss all the action.
Yeah, I totally agree. So to all the viewers out there who have been tuning in throughout Hanukkah, first of all, for those who are home, if anyone is sick, we wish them refuah shlema. We continue to dive in for their well-being and for the well-being of Jews and all the entire human race as we navigate the challenges of COVID. And hopefully, as Hanukkah comes to an end, the light is at the end of the tunnel in terms of this pandemic. But I really want to thank everyone who tuned in throughout the series. All of the videos from all of our interviews are up on YouTube for those who want to watch the rest of them. But for the 8th day of Hanukkah, a special thank you to Noach Spear for being my guest today. It's a pleasure to schmooze with you. I look forward to seeing you
Me
back
too.
in Team
Thank you,
Union.
Rabbi.
It's the honor and pleasure are all mine. Okay.
Thank you.
Have a great Hanukkah, everybody. Hanukkah Sameach. We look forward to seeing you back at the RJC very soon.